All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
Hey guys, welcome back to the other side of the coin, and welcome to the watch along for Chelsea versus Luton FA Cup fourth round match. Obviously, a lot to talk about before the start of the match. Elizabeth will be joining us very soon. She's just gone off to the store, so she will come around very soon. But I want to take this opportunity before the match starts and talk about the lineup and whatnot. So first of all, thank you for everyone that's joined in, and thank you for everyone that will join in throughout the match. I've got a quick message here from Anand. Thanks for joining. Hope Kepa won't turn to prime Kepa. I'm not really sure what that means, prime Kepa. Does that mean good Kepa or bad Kepa? I just hope that it is, the good Kepa that we've seen in the first season that Kepa came in. But yeah, I did do a preview with one of the Luton fans and a journalist yesterday. And they do fancy that if it's Kepa, that they fancy taking long shots against him, because they've got a couple of players that can actually do this. And Anand just made it clear that it was sarcasm. So, guys, let's actually get straight into the whole lineup things right now. So, as you can see here, lots to ponder over here. I was really excited, to be honest, guys, when I saw this lineup, because straight away I saw Pulisic, Werner and Abraham. So that just gave me an idea that perhaps this is going to be a 4-2-2 situation with two up top. You can already see Ziyech and Pulisic as well being the wingers. So, and then Mount and Gilman. We're going to get to the whole Mount situation being the captain. But overall, for me, this looks like, guys, a 4-2-2-2 formation. Let me know what your thoughts are in comments below, how you sort of see this formation. Looking at the whole lineup, Kepa, the keeper, look, that was probably touted as to be the keeper for this particular game. Obviously, you want to see Mendy get up. Mendy to be the keeper, but I think Frank, having such a big squad, probably needs to give game time to Kepa as well. There's already been lots of rumors about disgruntled players being in the squad, so you don't want to make them even more upset. And this is a match where Kepa can play. So Kepa's in the goals, James in the right back position, Zuma, Christensen, and Emerson. Look, I probably thought it might be Azpilicueta as the right back. So James coming in, only for me, this seems like it may be due to getting some fitness back. So I don't think he was fit against Leicester. So I think he's come back because of that. Just some quick message here, Khan. Hello to everyone. Hope Chelsea can score against the mighty Luton with such a strong lineup. Yeah, look, this is set up for us to get a big victory. So Khan, but then again, you can never write off in the FA Cup. Lots of funny stuff has happened, but this is a strong team that should take care of Luton, which we'll get to Luton's lineup. So honestly, I have no idea who some of these players are. Then we've got Eli. Eli, nice to see you, man. It's been a long time. Sup, Miz? Thank you for joining in, and thank you for joining in this particular watch along. As I said, Elizabeth will come very soon. She's just gone off to the store to buy a few things, so she will join us very soon. But going back to the lineup, guys, James, as I said, mostly I can only imagine it probably is for the fitness side of things. And it's a good move as well, even though we probably expect Azpilicueta to start. Zuma, he's been away from the team for the last couple of games, so makes complete sense that he's back in. To be honest, I thought that he wouldn't miss out any of the Premier League games, but strange to see him miss out the last two games, and then obviously Rudiger's come in. But now, of course, this is a no-brainer that Zuma's back in. Christensen, well, there is no Tomori, and Thiago Silva and Rudiger have played the last couple of matches, so this makes sense to me that Christensen's back. Emerson, the left back, which 100% also makes sense that Chilwell is rested and Emerson's given an opportunity. I'd like to really see Emerson take his opportunity in this particular match and really do well in the left side, along with Pulisic bombing up, and defensively as well. Hopefully he's got the legs to come back and perform defensively. And yeah, I really want Emerson to do well and really cement his spot and give Chilwell a run for the money. I feel like Chilwell hasn't been a very, very good left back over the last couple of games, probably even 4 or 5 games, to be honest. So I want to see Emerson really step up here. This is where it gets interesting, guys, the midfield. Midfield of Mason Mount and Gilmore. I kind of called for this throughout this week that I want to see the 4-2-2-2 situation happening. That would mean a double pivot. And, obviously with Kante being injured, Kante is very good in a double pivot. But him being injured, it's only, great that it's Gilmore. Because, to be honest, Kovacic and Jorginho, I'm not entirely convinced anymore with those guys. Defensively, they lack, and going forward as well, there's not much production from them. So I'm glad that Gilmore gets his opportunity and he plays in double pivot. And Mason Mount, guys, I honestly think Mason's best spot is probably deeper. I don't always fancy him playing up front too much. I think playing deeper and then arriving at the box late is probably his best, more of a box-to-box. I think helping out build up from the back and playing alongside Gilmore, quick one-touch passes, his energy and his intensity will be very much, great, I suppose, from the back. And I think it suits his game as opposed to being very further up. So this is going to be interesting to see, guys, Mason Mount and Gilmore combination in the double pivot. And I really want them to sit deep and really spray those passes out. In the wings, guys, we've got Pulisic and Ziyech. I'm hoping it's Pulisic on the left side, Ziyech on the right side. That's definitely what it's going to be. And then in the middle, as I said, Timo Werner and Abraham. So that closes off the 4-2-2-2 formation. Werner, this reminds me of Leipzig days for him, where he plays alongside a striker. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are, because a lot of people are saying this is probably a 4-2-3-1 with Pulisic being the number 10. But that would mean Werner would be a left wing, and we've seen how incompetent he is as a left winger. So he's not a winger. It'll be interesting to see. Let's have a look at a couple of these messages here from Eli. Chilwell hasn't been good for the last 6 weeks. Yeah, I'd have to agree, to be honest. Got another message from Eli. I'm praying that Pulisic can play off the left. Yeah, look, that's exactly what I'm hoping as well. A lot of people are saying that it might be a 4-2-3-1 where he might be centrally as a number 10. I don't really want to see that yet. I want to see him on the left side cut in and really feed those balls to Werner and Tammy Abraham. We can see Ziyech sometimes cutting in from the right into central areas. Pulisic could do that, but I want him to be predominantly on the left. We've got a message here from Dr. Mia. Mount given captaincy, is that not nepotism? Look, I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, let's talk about this, because that is the other talking point here. For me, Mason Mount has shown the most leadership throughout this bad period. He's the only player that's really stepped up and showed some sort of hunger in this particular game in this squad for us. So look, I'm not surprised one bit that he's the captain when there's no Spilicueta and Jorginho or Thiago Silva, because honestly, he is captain material down the track. Did he get the captaincy early? Probably has, but at the end of the day, there are no other captains at the moment. So this completely makes sense. It's an exciting time. We should be excited that someone like Mason Mount's the captain, which is great to see. And honestly, I think it may be a good change, Dr. Mia, that, hopefully him leading the way may sort of have a good reaction on the other players, seeing him the way he carries himself. So that would be good. That kind of wraps up our starting lineup. Obviously, as you can see in the substitute, we've got Spilicueta, Caballero, Rudiger, Chilwell, Jorginho, Kovacic, Havertz. Hoping Havertz and Kalimantan and Giroud can come off the bench. Hoping Havertz can replace Tammy Abraham down the track, or even Timo Werner. I think Havertz's best position is up top, playing there. I'm just going to turn on my live stream for the match. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, it hasn't started yet. But yeah, overall, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, what your thoughts are around the lineup. Let's have a quick look at the Luton lineup. Honestly, I've got no idea who some of these players are, so I'm not really even sure. As I said in my preview yesterday, there were a few. There was a fan and a journalist, basically, fan journalist came in from Luton, and he was talking about some of his players, and he rates some of their players. Some of them are actually, he thinks, a Premier League level. So we shouldn't take them lightly. But at the same time, honestly, I've got no idea who some of these players are. But let's see what they bring into the match. It'll be very, very interesting to see. Let's have a read at some of these messages again. The match starts very, very soon, guys. Let me just see if I can start this up. Yeah, it looks like the live show is starting. Yeah. For some reason, they're still showing some UFC ads. I'm not really sure. Here we go. Finally, Stamford Bridge. It's snowing there, guys, in Stamford Bridge, which is going to be another interesting point as to how this match sort of turns around. The surface is going to be a bit difficult to play in, so let's see what happens there. We've got Elizabeth joining. Hey, Elizabeth, how you doing?
Hey, Viz, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get the game up and my laptop isn't cooperating, so I really hope I can get it before kickoff starts.
That's fine. Take your time. Set yourself up. I'm just going through the lineup.
I'm on the floor right now. Sorry.
I'm sure we'll talk about the lineup throughout the match. But just a quick commentary from Khan. If you're sure of never getting dropped, some performances will stand out given the long run of games. It's not that he has compete for his place, but Mount as captain, we should back him. Yeah, look, Khan, I get your point. I mean, he's been getting picked on a regular basis. Probably doesn't have much of competition over there. But to be honest, he's been our standout player. I can't argue with that. Mason Mount has been our standout player for the past, God knows how long throughout this bad period. And, he'd probably be one of the very first people that would fit into the team. And, him getting the captaincy, as I said, Khan, I think this is the perfect scenario because there's no Jorginho, there's no, Azpilicueta, there's no Thiago Silva, and he's been carrying himself as a leader. So as you said, we should back him. And I'm actually excited because I want to see exactly what Mount does here because I feel like his energy and the leadership that he's shown throughout these bad times that we've gone through hopefully brushes off on the other players and, they can come alive. I think this might have a positive impact, guys. So let's see what happens. It'll be interesting to see. Let's have a look at some other messages here. Ela, I know four of the Luton players. Ela, let us know who are these 4 players that you know, because I've got no idea whatsoever who some of these players are. I'll just quickly show Elizabeth. Elizabeth, this is the Luton lineup. I've got no idea who some of these players are.
I don't know anybody. Nobody, not one.
So I had a Luton fan / journalist yesterday in my preview, and he was talking out big on some of these players. And he was saying that some of them actually have they're good enough to be in the Premier League. But honestly, I don't know. He was saying, I think James Bree is a good player. There's one in their bench, Lua. A lot of people are talking about that, Kazenga Lua. So let's see what happens there. But I can see the boys are getting ready. Elizabeth, how's your stream? Where are you up to?
Yeah. I can't get it up right now, so I'm gonna leave this studio and try to sort out my stream, and then I'll come back because the page isn't loading at all. I'm really sorry.
No, not a problem. I'll see you soon.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm so sorry.
No, that's cool. All right, let's continue on with some of these messages until the game sort of kicks on. We've got here Eli. Let's have a look. Do you agree if we lose the game, then Lampard should be sacked? Look, Eli, honestly, if we lose this game, I don't know how you can keep backing Frank Lampard anymore. I think Roman will pull the plug because this is a particular game, guys, and not just the game. This is a particular competition we should look to win the trophy. This is probably the only other competition that I think that we could achieve a trophy here. I don't think we're going to go. I think Champions League is going to be very difficult. Even if we go past Atletico Madrid, which I honestly don't think that might be possible. I mean, I'm hoping it is. But to win the Champions League, I don't think that's possible this season. And the Premier League is well out of our reach. So this is one trophy that we really should be going for. So if we get knocked out, Eli, I think it's lights out for Frank Lampard. Got a commentary from Sri Ashwin. Is it 4-2-2 to Mount in pivot? Honestly, Sri, that's exactly how I think. I think it's a 4-2-2-2 with Mount in the pivot with Gilmore. Up top, it will be Timo Werner and Tammy Abraham as the two strikers up top. And then you've got Ziyech and Pulisic, who will try and come in because we know Ziyech from the right, like Sukarin, and then Pulisic from the left, like Sukarin as well. So, they will occupy the central areas at times. And then this will allow someone like Timo Werner, if he needs to drop deep a little bit, could drop deep. I don't want him to. And then Gilmour and Mason Mount can operate in the middle and really spray those quick passes, hopefully help out, build up from the back. Shout out to all the people that have joined in, and please share with others as well. Get many people to come in. Smash that like button while you're at it, guys. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Let's have a good match. I'm quite confident that we're going to do well here. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys, in regards to the score prediction. Put down in the comment section how you feel. Let's have a few more comments here before the game starts. Sergeant, what are senior squad members like Zuma thinking seeing Mount get the armband? Honestly, I don't think they should look at it poorly because these senior players haven't really shown much of a character in the last couple of months where we've been poor. And as I've been saying, Mason Mount is probably the only guy who's shown some sort of character, a lot of character, to be honest, a lot of leadership as well throughout this bad time. He's the only one that I feel like has been chasing, running, putting in those tackles. So I think they should really look at it as a positive way. And I'm hoping that, him leading the way will hopefully brush on against other team members and hopefully has a very, very good impact. I'm honestly hoping that this may be the change that we needed to turn our form around. Hopefully, let's see what happens. Looks like Luton players are coming out. Very, very snowy, guys. There's snow on the field. So let's see how that sort of has an effect in the whole game. Luton, a championship team, so we shouldn't take them completely lightly because they're a mid-table championship team. They're, I think, 13th in the table. They've recently beaten Bournemouth 1-0, and apparently should have had a few more. And we know how we struggled against Bournemouth last season. So, this will be interesting to see. Look, I still think, we should get this victory without a doubt. So, a couple of more comments. Let's have a look. Eli. Cal Naismith played for Norwich. Tunnicliffe was a career mode beast for me, FIFA 18, and so was Mpanzu and Lockyer. Mate, honestly, you know a lot about Luton. That's crazy. I don't think many people would know that. But, a few players to look out for, guys, if you're keen. As I said, look, guys, Elizabeth will be joining. She was already here. She's just got some technical problems. She will come back very, very soon. The boys are getting led out by Mason Mount. Wow, I mean, what a sight, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are with Mason Mount being the captain. It is a good sight to see him leading the troops out. I believe at the age of 22, a captain. Wow. Now this must be a dream come true, not just for himself, but for his family as well, which is brilliant. Seeing the lineup here, they've got this as a 4-2-3-1 with Timo Werner as the number 10. I believe he's not going to play as a cam. Honestly, I think he may be a second striker. But it's more or less two up front. But they've got here as Timo Werner as just behind Tammy Abraham, which at the end of the day, look, it is somewhat of a two up top. Mason Mount and Billy Gilmour playing as a pivot, and then you've got Ziyech and Pulisic, so that makes sense. Luton is shaping up. Looks like from the telecast here is that 3-5-1-1. More or less 3-5-2, really. So that's going to be interesting. We've got Elizabeth back on. Elizabeth.
Oh, I got it, miss. Oh, my God.
Welcome to the stream. Have you got the game running?
No. Yeah, it's just the problems of streaming, honestly, and not having the channel to watch. I have like so many issues sometimes, and I was trying to log into my sister's account, and then it wasn't working, and then it wasn't recognizing like the channel, and it wasn't playing. But I got it.
We finally got you here, Elizabeth. What can? By the way, just a quick test. What can you see on your stream at the moment?
So right now the minute is 108. Is that right? Is yours around that?
Oh. Has the game started for you?
It didn't start for you?
No, it hasn't. Wow. Okay, hold on.
Oh, usually I'm the one that's super far behind in the with the delay. Yeah, mine's at a
Wow.
minute.
No. Here we go. No, I was just lagging behind. I've got no idea why. I was still thinking that they haven't started. They've started. I'm on 140 at the moment. What can you see? 140?
I'm 137, so I'm like 3 seconds behind you.
Okay, so perfect. We're more or less same. Elizabeth, while the game's going on, obviously, whenever there's anything exciting happening, we'll talk about it. But meanwhile, your thoughts on the lineup? What do you think?
I was really happy. I was glad that Billy Gilmore was in the side, because I've been calling for him to start for a couple of weeks now, and I thought that it was weird that he wasn't starting. And I was so over the moon. I almost cried with Mason Mount being captain. Honestly, I was just so happy and proud of him. I felt like a big older sister. I don't know. It's just so emotional. I don't.
Honestly, such a good feeling, right? At the end of the day, he's probably been the only leader over the last couple of months of bad form. He's probably the only player that's shown some sort of leadership. So, I feel like it's justified, yeah.
No, 100%. I definitely think so as well. And he's one of the only players that's been playing well over the past couple of weeks, despite Chelsea's really bad form. So I think it's really showing you've been playing well. You're a leader on and off the pitch, and now it's just showing it. Many people saying that he's too young, while John Terry was younger, around the same age, you know. So I'm really so happy for him.
No, 100%. Seriously, and I hope that his energy and that sort of that tenacity and that leadership quality really brushes on the rest of the team. Early pressure here from Luton, but hopefully we'll get past this. But let's talk a little bit more about the lineup, Elizabeth. A lot of people are saying that perhaps it's a 4-2-3-1. In the screen just then, when they were just before the telecast started for the match, they were kind of showing that Timo Werner was sitting just behind Tammy Abraham. But for me, it looks like it's a 4-2-2-2 with Tammy Abraham and Timo Werner up front. Is that how you're seeing it as well?
I haven't really gotten a chance to see them. Right now, they're defending, so I haven't gotten a chance to see them play in the attack. But when I first saw the formation, I thought that it was likely a 4-4-2 or 4-2-2-2 because of Werner and Tammy both on the pitch. I wouldn't play Werner as an out-and-out winger, as we saw. It doesn't work, really. Yeah. So I'm hoping that it's one of these. I guess we'll see now. They're starting to advance a little bit, so I can get a better sense of it.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Werner's really far back.
Yeah. Oh man, Kepa's I always get scared when Kepa's moving so far in front. Timo Werner looks like he's hugging the wings again. I hope this isn't a normal thing from Timo Werner.
Come on, Timo. Oh!
What minute are you at? 4:57?
4:53.
Okay.
5 seconds behind you.
Right. I've got here declared saying, Miz, finally a good time for us Aussies. 100%. 11:10 p.m. match starts. Generally, match starts for us, Elizabeth, at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., or 4 a.m., which are crazy. So this is actually
now.
11? So 11:10 p.m. Yeah, it's good. It's not a bad time for football. Not too late.
Oh my God, it's so late.
What time is it?
9 p.m. kickoff for Madrid.
That's mad.
I had it a little bit when I was living in New York. I would have 6 or 7 a.m. wake up sometimes, but generally it was more reasonable. Between very rarely it was 7, and usually it was 10ish. So it really wasn't bad.
I was in New York in 2017 for a bit of a holiday, and I remember the Premier League season started. It was Man United versus Leicester, the first game, and that game was at insane time. It was at 7 a.m. or something, and my brother and I, we went to a local pub, which shows Premier League games, And we went there and I was like, wow, 7 a.m. And everyone was drinking as well at 7 a.m.
That surprises me. It just but adjustment.
Absolutely. Declare, it looks like they're playing on skates. Honestly, I don't know how, like, snow, it would be so difficult to play in the snow as well. Although,
I was
like,
literally just thinking the same thing. I was thinking,
Yeah.
how are they playing? Because we've seen players play in the rain, and I think that's like bad enough. You
Yeah.
know, I really wonder how they put up with it, like being soaking wet and playing, because I could never. And the snow must make it
100%.
a lot harder. I feel like it should be interesting
Yeah.
to see how the pitch, how the ball moves differently over the pitch, because it looks a little icy.
100%. Like, at least rain, you know, you can still run around. Like, I feel like ice would be so slippery. Like, that wouldn't help you run around that easily. And as you said, passing the ball, you know, how quick the ball goes, or, you know, that would be very interesting to see as well. But they've tried to clear the ice as much as they could, rake it off from the middle. So let's see what happens from that instance. We've got here Sri Ashwin in India. It's 5:40 p.m. in the evening. Man, that you're cheering. Sunday, 5:40 p.m. That's perfect. That's lovely time.
Yeah.
Ooh, early cross in from Luton. Luton look all right.
They do. Okay. Saved by Kepa.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just like so delayed behind everybody.
Oh, no.
If we score, I'm gonna know. It happens to me that I'll be like checking Twitter and then see like, oh, goal ruled offside, and I'm like, damn, I didn't even see the goal yet.
I'm a bit surprised. Actually, I'm not surprised, because the guy I had for the preview yesterday, he was saying that Luton generally, they don't like to sit deep. They can't, because they defensively they don't have the players to sit deep. They can't defend. So he was sort of saying, "Ooh, almost through there."
Come on! Oh my God!
Yeah, this might be a bit of an open game here, Liz. I think Luton, they'll really go for it.
Looking really open, right?
Yeah.
Come on! I can't really tell the formation, to be honest, though.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
It's like all over, a little bit all over the place.
That was a nice ball to Tammy, honestly.
Yeah.
But see how Werner at that time was on the right side?
Yeah.
See, now Werner's playing more centrally alongside Tammy, and they're sort of overlapping each other. Reece James has got the ball. Ziyech is sort of tucked in.
Look, they're like over. That's it. Like they're just like going into very similar spaces.
Yeah.
Come on.
Mason pushing up there.
Oh, I guess
so. Corner. Got
I'm just going to grab my headphones because I forgot my speaker's broken on the laptop that I'm using.
Sure.
So I have like the stream on one laptop and the game on another. So I'm just going to grab the headphones really quick.
For sure. Guys, Mason Mount with a corner. Let's see what can happen over here. Mason Mount's been pretty good with corners. Nice delivery. Ooh. Zuma with the header. He's been pretty good with headers lately, but that one was off target, guys. Let us know, guys, so far how you feel. I feel like Luton is trying to play some sort of football. It's not like they're just sitting deep, which is interesting to see. We've got here a comment from Sri. Luton keeper came out. Yeah, luckily that was a good save against Tammy Abraham. Khan, 11-14 for me here in Switzerland. Wow, that's fantastic, Khan.
Yeah, that's the same time for me.
Oh, yeah, oh, here we go. Timo Werner into the box. And Mason. Oh, Tammy Abraham, go. Yes. There we go. We've started.
Ah! I couldn't tell if we had scored.
That was a nice goal. And once again, Timo Werner in the thick of it. I feel like Elizabeth, this two up top is going to work for both Tammy Abraham and Timo Werner, because they can feed off each other.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. Off the throw-in, quick throw-in. Timo goes into the box. Cuts it back for Tammy Abraham, who's wide open. What a goal.
He points to where he wants the ball as well, which I like. But really good finish by Tammy, in my opinion.
Brilliant finish, guys. 1-0, 1-0. Let me just update the scoreline. Thoughts, guys, on that goal? Let us know in the comments. We'll read it out. But at the moment, we're looking all right. Obviously, yeah, it's Luton, but at the end of the day, you still got to get the job done. But so far, I'm feeling this formation. I'm really feeling this setup that we have up front with Timo Werner having that free sort of rock. By the way, Liz, it feels like this is the Leipzig sort of style for Timo up front, where he gets to roam around a lot and having that, that targetsman with Tammy beside him.
Yeah, no, I think that this could be the formation that we see gets the best out of Tammy and Timo, and I'd also like to see how Kai Havertz fits into this formation as well.
Yeah.
But so far, I think it's looking pretty good. I'm just getting myself set up again.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like this. The only issue that I have is against quality teams. How's our midfield going to really shape up? That's what I'm worried at. Obviously, this is a sort of mid-table championship team, so probably can't tackle our quality that we have. But yeah, against proper teams, guys, I want to see how our midfield that midfield of Mason Mount and Billy Gilmore, I'm not really sure against quality teams how we would actually fare. Let's have a look over here from Eli. First goal scored under the leadership on Lampard and his son. This is fantastic. It's a good point, though. First goal under Mason Mount being the captain, which is great. But yeah, so far, guys, I'm actually liking this. Look, Timo really, putting his hand up there, showing that to put the ball through. I think he thrives in this sort of situation where he has that targetsman beside him with Tammy, and obviously gets that assist. So watch this space that if we start playing with two up front, as I said, I'm still weary about the midfield. Mason playing really high up as well, which is going to be interesting as well. Hopefully Elizabeth will be back very soon, guys. Got Elizabeth back.
Sorry, my laptop literally just died being plugged in, and it just so I really hope that happens again. I usually don't have this many technical problems. I'm so sorry.
That is all cool, Liz. We've got a long match to go, so I'm sure everyone will be okay with it. Calm down, guys. This is against Luton. Translating such performances in the Premier League has been our Achilles' heels. So let's enjoy and hope for the best. 100%. Look, yeah, as I said, Luton is a mid-table championship team, but so far I'm liking what we're doing. At the end of the day, it's all about confidence, Khan, and hopefully that we can get some good confidence here and take it against Wolves. Obviously, against Wolves, it'll be a much tougher test. But so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Liz, your thoughts on our midfield? Obviously, that'll be, at the moment it's Luton and perhaps Mason Mount and Billy Gilmore is probably going to get away with it. But against quality teams, are you a bit weary about that midfield, or you feel like maybe give them a go against Wolves?
I don't think that Lampard is going to play the same team. I think he'll probably rotate who he plays. But that being said, recently I think that our midfield, no matter who's been playing, has looked pretty weak and easy to slice through. I don't really have the answer for, I don't know how to fix that. It's something that I find very frustrating. That it seems like every combination that we play, whoever's on the pitch, it's just looking way too easy to get through that midfield.
Absolutely.
But, give Billy and Mount a run of a couple of games, maybe they could come good. I think we'll probably see Conte, whenever he's fit, slot in for Gilmore, but I'd rather have the Gilmore on the pitch than Jorginho.
Liz, go. Tammy Abraham, 2.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Nice work
I
again.
just
think
saw
this
it.
one-
Oh man.
Yeah. This is going to be a good game, guys. This is going to be a good game. I think it was a cross from Reece James. Sorry to cut you off there, Liz. We're going to get back to that conversation again.
No, the goal's more important.
I think it was a Reece James cross to Tammy Abraham. You know what? I'm very, very happy that he scored a header goal. He deserves to score more of these, to be honest.
He's so tall. I feel that
Yeah.
he should be scoring more. But I think it's something that he's gotten better at since last season. And hopefully we can see him. It was Reece James.
Yeah, Reece James put in a nice cross there, and Tammy rises up, and really good header, to be honest.
Yeah.
He just goes over the top of the goalkeeper.
And he's like other defenders like holding him back, kind of.
Honestly, I want to see Tammy score that kind of goal a lot more. Like, I feel like his height should be able to score that.
No, I totally agree.
Do you reckon this will be a blowout, Liz? 2-0 after 17 minutes.
I hope so. I miss these types of games, honestly. Like I really miss like winning convincingly and like scoring a lot of goals. I feel like it's been forever since we've seen a game like that. So I could really use it, even if it's just an FA Cup for now. You know, I think it will do the players a load of confidence as well to have like a very big scoreline. So.
100% agree. I think a big score here will really, really hopefully boost. And look at Luton. They really press hard. They press super hard.
So you might getting into a little bit of trouble.
Quick comment here from Craig. Tammy, again, let's go Chelsea. 100% Craig, man. Tammy, 2 goals. This guy is banging goals generally whenever he plays. It's great to see. Shri,
come on. Sorry.
No, that's all right. No, you keep talking.
I talk to myself so much during the games. My husband gets so annoyed.
We've got a comment here from Shri. He's borrowing Luton. We need to score 10 now. Imagine a 10-0 score. Wow.
Oh, man.
Tammy Abraham will be better than Lewandowski. All right, Eli, calm down. Just calm down. You know what, Liz? I'm pretty sure the timeline's probably looking good now in Twitter. Everyone's probably buzzing.
I haven't taken a look at it, but I sure hope so, because recently during games it's just been like so desolate. It's been really hard to deal with. So I just, after the games, I don't even, if we lose, I try not to even go on Twitter because it's just too much.
It's been tough. It's been tough. I'm not going to lie. But players look up for it. I mean, I was a bit concerned that, you know, some players might have sort of down tools against Frank Lampard, but this performance so far, I know once again it's Luton, that's the caveat, but I feel like players, they look a lot more energetic to you, don't they?
Yeah, no, I think so as well. I think we have a lot more space on the ball in times than we have had recently. But I'm glad to see like a performance, because the FA Cup is Chelsea's basically only opportunity for a trophy this season. So I'm glad to see that they're taking it seriously and that they know. Well, I don't know about you, but the camera for me right now is so shaky. Like whoever was manipulating it, it was on Frank Lampard, and it was like this.
Like it was just paused on his face.
I was getting so dizzy. Yeah, the camera was just shaking. It's gotten back to the game now, but okay.
Which stream are you looking from? Like where do you watch from?
I watch from ESPN.
Yeah, same. ESPN 2. That's me as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, ESPN 2. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could get the games here in Spain, but it's like all of the channels are so expensive, so I just buy like the streaming rights.
Yeah. How much is it, by the way?
I have like a couple of different things. Like I pay for Premier League. That's like $6 a month, and Champions League is like $5 a month, and then Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Hulu are like in a package, and my sister has that, so then she pays for that and lets me use her account.
Nice. It's not that expensive. Like it's pretty fair.
No, yeah, but like if I were to buy a channel service here, for example, maybe 60, 70 euros, maybe 100, and I'm paying like 10 euros to stream it, really. So
yeah, so much better. So much better. The only thing I want to talk about this particular match, and guys, let me know your thoughts as well in the comments. Liz, I'm just be curious where Pulisic is playing. I want to sort of monitor him over the next couple of minutes because I feel like he hasn't really touched the ball much.
I know. I was thinking the same thing, actually. And like I said previously, I'm kind of having a hard time seeing the formation that we're playing right now. Pulisic seems to be playing a little bit centrally.
Yeah. It'll be good to see because I've seen Timo Werner sort of almost everywhere. So I don't know if that's detrimental to Pulisic's game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. They do tend to occupy very similar areas, I think.
See, Pulisic has dropped JPR.
But it's hard. Like, we're not getting out of our half right now, so.
Honestly, kudos to Luton for pressing so high.
Yeah. We can't get the ball out of our half. Like, even, it's just going back to Kepa.
Tammy Abraham with acres of space in midfield. Here we go. Pulisic on the wide left side. Finally, he gets wide. Hitting the ball. Ooh, corner. Nice try. Your boy Pulisic. Elizabeth, your boy.
I just want him to start scoring again.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Here we go. Hakim-Ziyech.
Come on, see. I didn't even realize Ziyech was on the pitch either, honestly. I haven't seen him touch the ball that much.
Yeah, he was a little bit involved in that second goal where just before that he was just spraying some passes. But yeah, you're right. He hasn't been too much involved. Very much involved so far is Tammy Abraham and Timo Werner.
That's exactly what I was going to say as well.
D1, unpopular opinion. Tammy Abraham Odoi is better than Timo Werner. Yeah, that probably is unpopular. I think Timo Werner is a very good player. Look, D1, yeah, I 100% respect your comment, but I don't think we've utilised Timo Werner properly. So to state that Tammy Abraham and Callum Hudson-Odoi is better than them, one, I think, Tammy plays in a different position to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Callum Hudson-Odoi is a proper winger, whereas Tammy Abraham is more of a drifter. He likes to play off the shoulder of another striker. So, yeah, I don't necessarily think that I disagree with that, to be honest. We haven't seen the best of Timo Werner yet. Hopefully we do. Seems like a bit of an injury for Zuma. Yeah, hopefully he gets over it.
He looks in pain.
Yeah.
Pain. Let's see.
A comment here from D1. If anything is looking good, it's Elizabeth. You got a compliment here from D1. Someone really likes.
It's just so wet after shower hair.
What have we got here?
Let's see.
I said Tammy Abraham Odoi, not Callum Hudson-Odoi. Tammy Abraham Odoi. I said Tammy Abraham Odoi, not Callum. Who's Tammy Abraham Odoi? Is that a player? Am I reading this incorrectly? I'm not sure what's going on with this.
It's too funny. Yeah, anytime the camera for me pans to Frank Lampard, it's so shaky. I don't know why.
Someone's probably a bit nervous. Hey, by the way, what did you think about his press conference? Like him having a real go at Liam Twomey. What was your thoughts?
I thought that was pretty harsh. I don't know. Like a lot of people, I could see that like people were saying that he's like standing up for the players, but I read Liam's article, and the one that I thought he was referencing was about like the tactics in the system that we're playing, and I thought that it was spot on. Like I didn't think it was disrespectful at all. I thought that it was well written, and I thought that that Liam, was just pointing out facts. Like, yes, there are too many gaps between midfield and defense. Yes, like Kai Havertz didn't pick that pass or whatever. So I don't know. I didn't think that he had done so much to deserve a comment like that. I thought that it was too harsh and maybe shows how much pressure Frank Lampard has been under recently.
100%. I feel like, I've read that article from Liam off the back of our Leicester loss, and he didn't state anything out of the ordinary. Like, it was all legitimate conversation and whatnot. And it was just so strange to see Frank Lampard go at him so directly, publicly as well. Just kept on saying it was your article. And I was like, whoa. Just
it's
calm
like
down a little.
We haven't been winning. Like, what do you want him to write about, honestly?
Exactly.
We've been playing so poorly, some of the worst football that I've seen. So I think it only makes sense to criticize it and say this is where we need to fix up.
And that
when
question,
things are going well, you do that. You obviously say, these things are doing well,
Oh, wow, that's a nice move from Timo. Honestly, this is the position for Timo Werner, playing up top. He just dummied there for Pulisic. It was a very light shot from Pulisic. Should have really went after that.
He would have finished that. If this was restart, he would have finished it.
Frank Lampard looks very upbeat as well. Have you noticed how Tammy has been dropping deep too, like for the link up? Like he drops deep
I really
midfield.
like that.
Yeah, it's I'm liking what they're doing. They're taking sort of turns, both Timo Werner and Tammy Abraham, to drop deep and sort of link up. Werner tries to go wide when he can, whether it's left or the right. Tammy drops deep to link up. I think it's a good combination here.
I think it's good as well, because I think that in the past couple of games we were missing that midfield link up because none of the midfielders were willing to pass the ball forwards. So it helps that Tammy's kind of like going back to collect the ball. Yeah.
Hey, this is a really good. There's some commentary coming through for Pulisic, how he missed that, and I was just realised something. I mean, as great as Pulisic is, Liz, when it comes to dribbling and ball control and whatnot, I feel like he does lack that lethal shooting sort of ability. Like, I don't feel his shooting technique is always that great. He always seems to like scuff the shot and then it goes in. Like, it never feels like a, oh no, goal. Luton scored.
Cross in and it's still Goal. Bad mistake from Kepa. And Jordan Clark is
like, how does Kepa let that in? I'm sorry. I've been seeing people call for Kepa to replace Mendy in goal because of the recent form, and then you see that go in. I'm sorry. I can't.
Oh no, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Honestly, I mean, as you said, Liz, how can anyone advocate for this keeper to be the goalkeeper in front of Mendy? I mean,
I swear to God, I saw it on the timeline. I swear to God.
Oh, look at Mason Mount's head drop as well. Like, that's a bad. Oh.
How do you not save that?
This guy, honestly, right now, Matisse says it the best. Like, he's a depreciating asset for us. Like, this guy loses value.
Matisse, he kills me. Yeah, no, but I think that I was also honest. I don't know if I was watching a video he posted if I was on the stream, and he said like you basically have to, or maybe I was on a post pod with Alice, I don't remember, but he was like saying you basically have to like a car, it loses value the first time that you take it off of the lot. So you basically just have to park that car in the garage and wait to sell it so that it doesn't lose any more value.
Absolutely.
That goal was so bad. I'm sorry. I can't go.
That was
I'm so
disgusting.
mad.
Oh my God. Mason Mount just been knocked by the referee. He was going to wind it up. What's the referee doing so
What
close
the
to them?
heck? What the heck?
The referee must be a Luton player.
Did you get? Oh my God.
What's he doing? He can't just be in the middle of the. That is embarrassing refereeing, man. He needs to stay away from the action.
Should give a penalty for this.
Imagine the referee give a penalty because he stuffed up. Like, it's a penalty. I stuffed up.
But look, now we just go all the way back to that could have been a very good opportunity. We just go all the way back because he messed up. Just not fair. I'm so upset.
I feel like, Liz, this game, I mean, it shouldn't be a 2-1. Do you know what I mean?
No, it should not. But is it Luton or Luton? I don't know.
I think they pronounce it as Luton.
Luton. We've let them get back into the game. My heart rate is like getting high again.
I mean, at 2-1, they would probably fancy themselves, right? And then knowing that Kepa's doing that kind of stuff, they will really fancy themselves.
It was so poor. I could have saved that better, miss. I honestly could have. Honestly, I'm like, I would be scared shitless if a ball came flying at me, but I think I could have saved that one. Honestly,
I would put my money on, for you to save that too. Seriously, I mean that felt like it trickled towards Kepa. It wasn't even hit that hard.
It wasn't hit hard. It wasn't hit hard at all. That's like under 12's level.
100%. I mean, scores aside, I'm liking how Mason's sort of dropping deep to help build up. Liking what Billy's doing as well to help him build up. And look at the conditions in Stamford Bridge. It's like, it looks so cold and snowy.
I can't
know how
believe
players do this, Liz.
Yeah, I hate the snow. I hate it. It's part of the reason why I moved to Madrid, and then we had the biggest snow they've had in 60 years.
Doesn't it not snow over there? Pulisic open. Ooh, that's a decent shot, Pulisic.
I'm just seeing it now. That was decent. It was decent.
But yeah, going back to the whole Pulisic thing, do you feel like his shooting technique definitely can improve? Like, should improve, perhaps?
No, yeah, I definitely do. I think it's like a confidence issue as well, because we saw him score like some really, really good goals like post restart last season, specifically the Man City goals. I thought that he was like very clinical.
Yeah.
So I think it's a mixture of confidence, but it is one of the areas that I do think that he has to improve as well. I think he will do it. He's a great player. They're showing the Kepa replay for me, and I just can't take it. I can't.
Can they stop, honestly? Can they please stop?
I'm trying to like contain myself so that I don't say anything like too bad.
I got the Luton guy that I had from my previous, and he just DM'd me saying game over after the 2-0, but he just DM'd me now saying, oh no, we're back again with Kepa.
Yeah, I would honestly play Willie Caballero in goal.
Yeah, honestly, at this rate, Liz, I don't know how we can keep continuing with Kepa. I mean, it must be so heartbreaking for Frank Lampard as well, being 2-0 up, and that's the shot that made it 2-1. Like, it just made the whole game interesting. Here we go. Ooh, that was close. Oh, Tammy could have had a hat-trick.
Just need a tap. If Pulisic was a little farther left, you could have tapped it as well.
Yeah. Why wasn't anyone there to just easy tap in?
That happens to us a bit, that we have I don't know if it's like not the right positioning, but like there will be a ball that faces across the face of goal and nobody's there to tap it in, and like not in the right position. Oh man.
Yeah, we should. I feel like we lost a little bit of our edge after giving that goal away. Like, players are a little bit nervous again.
That's like a problem that I see, that the team, if we concede, the team kind of like shuts off a little bit, and we get like, it seems that they get like so frazzled. I feel like that's the right word, that they have a difficult time coming back from conceding. And last season, I don't think that was really the case as much. Like I remember, like that Ajax game, we were down like 4-0 or
like
3-0,
3-1, and it was 4-1 in the second half, and then we came back 4-all.
Yeah, exactly. So I haven't seen that sort of fight this season.
No, 100%. And I was hoping that, this is where hopefully Mason just shows everyone that, guys, just lift, like don't put your head down. Because, the game, honestly, Liz, the game's close now. Like it's
close. It should not be. I did not think that was going to be this close. I think you're right that it's 4-2-2-2, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Come on, Pulisic.
It's a very, very fluid. Like Pulisic was there next to Werner at that time. Tammy now dropping deep to midfield. He's doing really well, Tammy. He just wins the ball back from midfield. He's been working hard.
Tammy has been doing very, very good.
Got a commentary from Eli. I genuinely think I'm better than Kepa. That's what Liz just said, that she probably could have saved that shot. He declared ref again on Mason. I missed that, actually. Declared. I did see the first one, how the ref sort of blocked Mason.
I did see the second.
The ref's doing some madness now. Here we go, Pulisic. Ooh, almost through. Roman, please hire at Eli Petit as our next first team goalkeeper. Guys, we're very, very close to the end of first half. Only a few more minutes, and obviously there might be some added time. Ziyech is taking the corner. Let us know how you feel about this half so far, guys. Would love to know some of your comments, and then make a discussion out of it. Let us know give us your top performers that haven't been doing well, and we can discuss about that. Oh man, every time the ball comes to Kepa, I get worried.
I have so much The Office merchandise. I was wearing a shirt and just popped down the sweatshirt.
What degree is it over there? Like, what's the weather like?
You do Celsius, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Let me convert it because I'm a
fan. You guys do Fahrenheit, yeah?
Yeah, it's 52 Fahrenheit, but let me see what that is in Celsius. 11.
Okay, all right. It's not cold. Like, it's okay.
Oh, it was so nice for me. I went out just a sweatshirt and pants, obviously. But it's been freezing here. It's usually not so cold. And the past month or so, it's been so freezing, frigid, like really uncomfortable. And now it's like very sunny, very blue. That's nice. 11. Yeah, in the 50s for me, like warm. I was like, oh, this is so temperate. I was so happy.
Did you say that it snowed? Like one of the most craziest snow?
It was insane. Like it must have snowed like a foot and a half at least. They said it was like the most snow they've seen in 60 years. Like the roads, our road where I live didn't get plowed for like 6 days, so we couldn't take the car out. We couldn't leave. We were like walking, but everything was so icy because they don't have the plows to be able to plow the roads like properly, like quickly, And thankfully, it's been melting just with like a little bit nicer weather. But it was insane for like 2 weeks. I thought I was escaping the snow, but no, sir.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Doesn't snow in Sydney. I wish it did. I really like the snow, but I know I can imagine that. I think I say that I like the snow because I don't see any snow here, and it just seems nice. But I think it would be freezing. Here we go. Tammy is almost through. Hakim Ziyech, for some reason, he's on the left side. Sets up around. Oh man, it's like ping pong inside the box.
Oh, come on. Oh, damn. Yeah, I think like it's nice for a day, and then it's just too much. And like not being able to take the car, everything's icy, like walking super slow because of the ice, the roads are terrible. We actually had people stuck in a mall for like 3 or 4 days because they couldn't get the roads plowed. So there were like 100 people stuck in the mall. It was insane.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, probably really nice just for a day, and then you really get over it. Final few minutes before halftime, we're really pushing for that third goal so that it's not as nervy as how it is at the moment.
Need a third goal.
Pulisic has swapped wings with Hakim Ziyech, it seems like.
Why?
Mason Mount and Christensen pushes up in midfield. Christian Pulisic tries to take the man on. Now it's gone for corner. Hey, you know what we can talk about? There's a really interesting topic that I want to talk to you about during halftime. Hopefully everyone, you guys can stay on and stick around for that. I don't know if you listened to the podcast, Liz, the Cy Phillips and Dan McCarthy, the podcast that they have. Did you listen to that?
I haven't. It's been on my list of things to listen to. I read like all of Dan's articles, but I haven't listened to the pod yet. Just been running Mad Women for the past like 2 weeks between work and YouTube and everything. It's been like 9 a.m. to 10, 11 p.m. straight. Just so packed. But what were you going to say about it?
I was going to say, by the way, really, really nice whipping cross from Mason Mount there. I was going to say their recent episode was with what's his name? Give me 1 second. He's one of the transfer gurus. He's another one of those like transfer, knows all the transfers. Give me 1 second. I'll find out the name. Dean Jones. So they brought in Dean Jones in their last episode. They were talking about Kai Havertz not possibly being someone that Frank actually wanted. It was sort of thrown at him. And I want to talk to you about it because I've sort of started thinking about this in the last couple of weeks. I feel like, you know, with Frank not really knowing how to use Kai and not really playing him where he probably needs to play, I just felt like, and then the show goes on to say, Dean Jones goes on to say that Frank really badly wanted Declan Rice. Like that's the player that he wanted. He's even mentioned it to the board and so on and so forth. It wasn't really, Kai was like, they already had attackers in the sense of Ziyech and Werner. So they'd already upgraded their attack. They weren't really looking to get Kai Havertz as well. But the board just saw an opportunity with the virus and you know, no one really competing to get Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz obviously being such a big talent. They just saw that this is a great opportunity to snap someone up as opposed to getting into a bit of a financial war with other clubs. We'll get back into that. A really nice ball from Tammy Abraham. Really liking how it's dropping deep and connecting with midfield and then spraying the passes wide. But once again, it doesn't materialize. But yeah, this is something we can probably talk about in halftime in depth a little bit more.
Definitely. I was so upset that Timo's first touch is letting him down, honestly. I felt that he would do so much better if he could just control the ball a little bit, but anytime he gets it, I just feel like it's a defender right on him.
I feel he's had to rely on his first touch too much, in the sense that playing wide in the wings doesn't help him either, Liz. Like I feel like when you're in the wings, like you're gonna get the ball too much, and I feel like he's the kind of player that probably doesn't want to touch the ball too much. Like he probably wants to be more central, as I said, just playing off a striker and just getting in the end of opportunities, as opposed to, ooh, that was close. Emerson's cross.
Oh, are you kidding me?
That was a nice cross from Emerson.
It was. He's been playing pretty well recently.
We should have finished that, Timo Werner. That needed to. Yeah, that needed to be finished.
Should have at least gotten it on target.
Yeah, I feel like should have been at least a target. Yeah, as you said. What's declared saying here? I forgot to press enter. That was for ages. Oh, okay. Okay. I think he's talking about his comment. That was a long time ago, and he forgot to press enter. Nah, cool, man. 6. Tammy finally found his level championship. Oh, honestly, I mean, these are the comments that sometimes I just feel like, man, that's so harsh. Look, I'm going to be honest. I don't think Tammy Abraham is probably a long-term striker for us. That's probably why we're getting linked with Haaland, because I don't think the club probably sees him as a long-term striker. I think he's a decent backup. I think he can develop. He's developed since last season. He's gotten better. Hopefully he keeps getting better. But right now my feeling is I don't see him as a long-term striker for us that can possibly win the Premier League and the Champions League. Thoughts, Liz, on this particular player?
Yeah, it's really hard for me to say because I really like Tammy Abraham as a player. Oh my God, they almost just got another goal.
That was so close as well.
Yeah, almost 2-2. So I really like Tammy as a player.
Yes.
And I think that he's pretty strong. He has like different strengths than the other strikers. I don't know if he's necessarily the long-term option, but I do think like it's only his second season with us. He's still very young, and we know that younger players like obviously take some time to adjust. And I think that we forget about that sometimes. You know, like Frank Lampard said that he came to Chelsea when he was like 22, 23. And Mason is playing better than he did when he first started, you know. So I would still give it a couple of years, or if he stays that long, you know, he might say we might perfectly bring in a signing, and then he goes, "Oh well, I'm out. You know, I'm not going to be second and third choice anymore." But for the meantime, I'd like to kind of give it a little bit more time before I make any.
No, fair enough. I mean, look, it's true. When Frank came into Chelsea, he probably didn't look as great as probably what Mount's probably looking. Obviously, Frank then developed into a monster of a midfielder as he sort of matured. And yeah, we tend to forget that these players are still young. But Tammy, I think he'll be turning 24 this year. So,
getting there.
Slowly getting there.
20,
in a sense.
I think 23 is kind of like the cap of like youngster, and then 24 you're still young, developing, and then you start. By the time you're 25, 26, I expect them to be a little bit more consistent. But yeah,
100%. Let's quickly talk about this first half while everyone hears. Guys, let us know your comments about your first half. What you thought? Who were your best players? Who were your worst performers? What would you like us to do? Obviously, it's 2-1. Liz, how did you see that first half from Luton's point of view and from our point of view?
I thought that Chelsea started very well, very strong, and we were sitting there, I feel like thinking, oh my God, we could go on to score 5-6 goals. Like it's going to be such a like goal bonanza, basically. And then we really let Luton into the game. It was really unfortunate, that goal that we let in. It was very weakly striked. That's a word.
I think I understand.
You know what I mean? And I think that after conceding that goal, the team just looks a little bit deflated, maybe because they were playing so well, and then just to let like such a silly goal in like that. Yeah. So since we let the goal in, don't think that we've looked too great up until the last like 5 or 10 minutes. I think that we looked a little bit stronger, like knocking on the door, trying to get that third. But it's been pretty split. Like I thought that Chelsea would have had more of a dominant performance than they've had so far.
Yeah. 100% agree. Yeah, the first, up until we scored the 2 goals, we looked really, really solid. We were looking like, and there was comments here that we should be scoring 10. And the formation as well looked similar to what we were sort of saying, the 4-2-2-2 sort of style, with Timo Werner having a freedom to sort of roam around. Tammy Abraham would drop deep, link up with midfield, help Mason Mount and Billy Gilmore to sort of build up. His hold-up was good as well. I am a bit weary about both Pulisic and Ziyech. I feel like with this formation, I'm not really sure if we are seeing the best of Ziyech and Pulisic, because Timo Werner is occupying a lot of that area where they may sort of operate. So how do you see that, the whole Pulisic and Ziyech?
I really haven't seen them in the game at all. I've seen Pulisic has had a couple of dribbles into the box. Nothing's really come of it. A couple of corners, I think, have arose from it. But Ziyech as well, really haven't seen, except for maybe a cross leading to one of the goals. I don't think that he's really gotten into the game. I think it's what you said, that it seems that Timo Werner's occupying a lot of the space that they normally play in. And probably take some time to develop that chemistry and awareness. I would like to see them both get more into the game in the second half.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there were a few times where we saw Pulisic, as you said, we saw Pulisic sort of getting into that left wing space open. But I feel like Ziyech, in this formation, like the way he sort of drops deep and tries to connect from midfield and then distribute those balls from midfield, there probably just has to be a lot more of those crosses. By the way, didn't probably see that many crosses, did we? I mean, obviously there was a cross from Reece James that was a goal. It was a nice cross from Emerson right at the end from Timo Werner, but not that many crosses throughout the game.
That's a really good point. Really not many. And I want to see the team continue to play more direct, because that's something that we've been missing in the coming weeks. So one should have stood for Mason's shot.
Somebody should have stood for Mason's shot. Don't know what that exactly means, Tree. If you want to elaborate, we can perhaps talk about it. But from Luton's point of view, Liz, I feel like they've done pretty all right so far in the match to stay in the game. Got that really clumsy goal from Kepa.
It's just coming up with stats on my side, and the stats are almost even. Like, we've had 3 shots on target, they've had 2. We've had 9 attempts, they've had 5. But we've had 73% of the possessions. But but stats-wise, sorry.
Go on, Liz. Go on.
No, I was just saying, shots-wise, it's been pretty equal, which is a little bit nerve-wracking, in my opinion, if we've had 2 times or 3 times more possession than they've had, and we're having almost the same amount of shots.
That's pretty crazy, honestly. I'm pretty sure you would have noticed this, Liz. Just a comment from Baggy. 2 balls on the pitch for the first goal. Yeah, I did notice that, actually. They were talking about that. Luton players were actually complaining about that. I think because it was a throw-in, the initial ball was still in the field while they were sort of playing that out. But then Mason, I think, took the throw-in really quick while the second ball was inside the field. So there was one point where there was 2 balls, one that was going towards Timo Werner and the other one which was sort of going out. So
I didn't realize that. I have to see if they have a replay.
To be honest, how much would that have affected it? I don't know. Maybe it distracted them a little bit, but nonetheless, referees. I don't know. Is VAR available for FA Cup?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't recall it being used though. Maybe in the later stages it is. I don't know. So I'm
Guys,
gonna
let
look
us
it
know
up.
in your comments if VAR is available. Both of us are not really sure, myself and Liz. Yeah, like, I mean, if VAR was there, why didn't they have a look at that? So that's a bit strange. But yeah, going back.
I looked it up and it says VAR will only be used in 9 of the 32. Oh, this is third round. It says VAR will only be used in 8 of the 16 fourth round ties in the matches held at Premier League stadiums.
Right, so it's not
Weird.
being used. It's
VAR only permitted at certain games.
yeah.
Very strange. But to go back to your point, I thought it was interesting that you're talking about just before halftime about Kai Havertz not being a Lampard signing.
Yes.
I was a little bit surprised because it did seem that Lampard was like very much pushing for this player. But now that that's come out, I can almost see it more because it really seems that Frank Lampard doesn't know where to play Kai Havertz and where his best position is and how to fit it into the team. So I could totally see the board saying, well, we have a really good player. We have the opportunity to get him fairly cheap, and he's touted as one of the biggest talents among Europe. So let's try to snatch him up while other teams just don't have the financial means to do so. But now Frank is kind of struggling to find how Kai Havertz can fit into the team. I think we've seen it because Kai Havertz has been benched for the large majority of games recently as well.
Yeah. And you know what? Honestly, Elizabeth, if we look through, I know, hindsight is a bit of a catch-22 here, but, if we look back now in the whole storyline, we had Timo Werner, we had Hakim Ziyech, and that was probably the attacking sense that was already sorted, in the likes of Mason Mount already been there, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic. I think Frank really pushed for a defender, which Thiago Silva came through, and he was really pushing for a defensive midfielder because if he wanted to play that whole lone DM sort of style with the 4-3-3, none of our midfielders fit the lone DM situation. So it makes sense that he was pushing for someone like Declan Rice ahead of someone like Kai Havertz. As great as Kai Havertz is, I think he was satisfied with the attacking players that he already had.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't get Kai Havertz, then one of Barkley and Ruben Loftus-Cheek probably would have stayed. Do you know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't have gone on loan. One of them might have stayed. So I think he was satisfied with whatever collection we had. And it just makes sense to me now, looking back, that maybe he didn't really push for the Kai Havertz deal. Maybe the board just saw an opportunity and then told him to get behind this opportunity. Hence, he got behind it. But I feel like he really wanted Declan Rice. And this is what the whole conversation was in Cy Phillips and Dan McCarthy and Dean Jones. Dean Jones was quite adamant. He was saying he's obviously heard some, because obviously these people are connected, and he heard that Frank never wanted Kai Havertz. He never wanted him. Yeah, like he was saying, he wanted.
So shocking, honestly.
He wanted Declan Rice because he was happy with the attackers that he had. So yeah, it got me thinking. Obviously now Havertz is here. Oh, here we go, Baggy with a comment here. Havertz was not Lampard signing. Comment from Baggy as well. Board wanted him. Look, I 100% have to believe this now. I mean, this is not disrespect for Havertz. Havertz is a fantastic, phenomenal player, guys. But, Liz, honestly, do you feel like we got too many players in this window? Like, did you ever think that we were going to get that many players in the window? We as a fan base thought maybe max 3. Then next window we build up and slowly build up this squad. Is that how you felt as well?
Yeah, I was really surprised. I think that the board was just trying to take advantage of the fact that they had so much buying power when other clubs didn't, and maybe it went like a little too overboard because now it's like Frank Lampard has so many kind of like shiny new toys, or like you could have like a PlayStation, an Xbox, a Nintendo Switch, and he like doesn't really know which one to use, and it probably could have been more beneficial to just try to buy. Okay, I know that Willian and Pedro out, so I need attackers. Okay, I'm getting 2 to replace them. Okay, that's sorted. And then like the defensive issues were clearly like prevalent last season as well. Okay, I know that I really need a new goalkeeper, so that has to be a priority. That you kind of like get the team to mesh, and then you look at, okay, now I still need somebody to fill in this hole at DM. Okay, I'm going to bring Declan Rice in or whoever. And now it just seems like we're very attacking heavy. And it's probably hard to manage the team as well because you expect certain players to be starting, especially someone like Kai Havertz who you pay 70 million for. I expect him to be starting. He's not. It seems that we can't really find a formation to get the best out of him. He's, first season in the Premier League, obviously going to take some time to adjust. But at the same time, it just feels like Frank doesn't really know how to get the best out of him or Timo Werner. I'd like to see them both on the pitch at some point today just to see like how that plays out. Right now, I'm still not like too sure about the formation. It looks very open, and maybe you can get away with it against Luton. I always like say it wrong. But like in the Premier League, I would be very nervous, because it seems that the midfield is just kind of getting lost.
Wolves would kill us with that midfield.
I'm so nervous for Wolves, honestly. I'm so nervous.
But going back to your point, I think you're right. Right now, I mean, look, I'm not putting any excuses for Frank. Frank Lampard has to do much better as well in the Premier League, especially tactically has to do better, in-game management. But I feel like at the same time, the board didn't do him a favor by giving him so many players at once that he had to gel them in and give all of them like the opportunity to play. I feel like that's just too many personalities, too many players to manage at once. And not getting rid of some of these players as well, probably hurting having such a big squad. So,
no, I totally agree. So, I don't know. I hope that he can turn it around and try to get the best out of these players. But let's see. I think that this is, it's a good match to try to test out some formations and get some players on the pitch and try to test out some chemistry. But Wolves is going to be a very big test. They're a very, very good side. And
they got a new striker, by the way.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
They bought a new striker just a couple of days ago in this January window. Someone from Real Sociedad. You may know. Do you watch? You watch Spanish League, right?
I just started, but I don't really know the players other than Real Madrid.
Someone from Real Sociedad. They got a striker from there. And I commented when that was announced that, oh my God, like Wolves are shaping up for us. They're really, really shaping up for us.
Well, I'm nervous for that game, and if we lose it, so help me God, honestly.
There we go. Eli is the man with the news. I love you, man. William Jose is the name. Yeah. Have you heard of this guy, Liz?
No, I haven't. I haven't heard of him.
Apparently he's a good player. So, see how that goes. This is a good comment. Emerson seems to be playing safe pass and gets pressurized. Even if they start pressing a bit, they start targeting him. We in danger. Yeah, man, look. I said it before the game started that I would love to see Emerson really do well in this match and give Chilwell a really good run for the game. I feel like Chilwell, I don't know whether complacency is sort of hitting, that he might feel like there is no competition. I don't think I've enjoyed Chilwell's game in the last 4 to 5 games. So I really wanted Emerson to do well, but this game so far, I think he's been okay-ish. Liz, your thoughts on Chilwell? Have you sort of been on him over the last 4 or 5 games? Like, do you think he's sort of?
I think like that the confidence with the team has been an issue like throughout the entire team with many players, but specifically with Chilwell, we're seeing that like I don't feel that he's necessarily bombing up as much as he used to because we were left like so susceptible, but he's not really making the passes that he used to either. I just feel like something's missing from his game right now, and yeah, I don't know. I was very happy with him for the first, what the whole time while we were on the unbeaten streak. I felt that he was playing very, very well. He was getting goals and assists, and now this all kind of stops. So I think it's like happening throughout the team, but he's definitely been one of the players that I haven't been as impressed with recently.
By the way, some comments here from the link with Arsenal. Odegaard, he was actually playing for Real Sociedad too. Have you seen much of Odegaard? I hope I pronounced this guy's name.
No,
Martin,
I haven't.
He's a Real Madrid player.
I've heard the name, but I haven't seen much of him.
Yeah, he's rumored heavily to go to Arsenal, which is, I feel like that's a very, very good purchase for Arsenal. Obviously, after letting go of Mesut Ozil, Odegaard is a very good playmaker, so that'll be interesting to see. The guys are coming up for the second half.
Going back out, yeah.
Ziyech and Reece James talking it up the right side. I like that connection, Ziyech and Reece James.
I was going to say that I really like that combination as well.
Liz, how are you going to feel if Luton scores first and equalizes to make 2-2?
Don't even. No. I can't entertain that thought just yet. I can't do it.
Guys, thank you for the people that have joined in massively and then throughout the stream have been commenting as well. Please smash that like button. It honestly helps out the channel a lot. Obviously, please subscribe to Liz's channel. All the information about her channel is in the description. I've got the link and everything ready. Please go out there. She's very close to 1,000 subscribers, so help her get there and let us celebrate that milestone as well. So, yeah, guys, every single one of you guys that have joined in and will join throughout the stream, please, I request you guys to subscribe to Liz's channel. She does some unique work over there, so give her a chance, guys.
Thank you so much, Miss. It's so kind of you.
And of course. Before the second half starts, let's take some of these comments here. Akash, by the way, Akash, thanks for joining, man. You're one of those guys who constantly joins all the time, so thank you for that. We'll get the good result, but altogether there is no improvement. I mean, they cannot handle the pressure even from the championship team. Look, I know it's a championship team. I've seen some good sort of attacking play up front with Timo Werner, Tammy Abraham, especially those two. But yeah, you're right. Look, defensively and in the midfield, Luton have been pressing really well. Thoughts on this particular comment, please?
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like our midfield is still getting overrun, and I want to see like kind of what formation right now, because it seems that Mason is playing more alongside Billy Gilmore.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Just like I don't know. I don't know why I always feel like that there's so much space in our midfield, and like whoever we play, I feel like they have like 5 more players on the pitch than we do. I don't know why.
Do they have that many players?
Honestly, I get that feeling. And Werner is playing quite far back right now.
No, you're right. I feel the same as well. I feel like every time our midfield just gets outrun, and it just look already like as soon as there's a counter, it just feels like very, very thin.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, Akash, now I do understand where you're coming from, man. Attacking wise, as I said, I think saw a little bit better over there. Alfred Zuma, longest serving, and he makes Mount captain. Lampard. Look, I had this comment earlier on as well. Look, I don't personally think Alfred Zuma's a leader. I don't think he's a leader type. Like, honestly, have you seen Zuma so far last season, this season, being that leader type? I think he's a very good defender. Don't get me wrong. He's an excellent defender. I don't see him lead, because if he was that leader type, then we shouldn't even have that issues in the back line. Like, you would see him get up and really be that sort of leader type of defender. But I haven't been seeing that. So from that sense, I can't really have him as my captain. Elizabeth, what's your thoughts?
Well said. I don't think Zuma really talks that much. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you said, I don't think he's a leader. How could you think? Based on recent performances, really, the only person that deserves that armband that's not on the pitch right now is Mason Mount. He's the one who
100%.
deserves it 100%. And then you have more senior players, of course, like Aspilicueta and Thiago Silva, who also completely deserve it. But if we're looking at who's been the most consistent over the past couple of weeks and who Frank knows that he can absolutely 100% count on to put in a shift, whether we're playing well or good, it's Mason Mount.
100%. Agreed.
I'm very passionate about Mason.
No. You're really into Mason Mount. I mean, look, why not? Honestly, why not? He's been our best player. So, I like a fan that really backs a player. I mean, you've probably seen me. I've got that sort of soft touch for Ziyech. I'm mad about Ziyech. Like I'm always.
After that video with his mom, you said it. I just love him.
Oh, close, so close. Oh my god.
I didn't see it yet.
Should have scored that.
Are you kidding me?
Ooh. That was a good ball from Ziyech as well.
The equalizer. Pulisic, come on, my man.
Did he get injured there? Let's have a look.
I hope not. Oh, Pulisic.
Ziyech gets the ball, does really well in the wings area, cuts in as he always does. Great control. I was Reece James with the cross. Oh, man. That was unlucky. That should have been a goal. That was such a nice cross. I mean, yeah, the keeper, who sort of hit it straight at the keeper. I mean, I wish it sort of nutmegged the keeper.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how Pulisic is in that. It's really funny, this formation. Pulisic finds himself in that box, like near post.
Yeah. But I'm glad that he at least is getting into those positions and getting those shots. Like that's very important. I would be more concerned if he wasn't getting it at all. And 100%. A little lucky that it's just directed. The ball kind of comes and it's directed exactly at the keeper. But, he got into that shot. Timo also had an opportunity. He was like an inch or two off from the ball, and he could have perfectly gotten the rebounds, but he didn't. So, unlucky from Pulisic. I wish that it was a goal. The cross did come in very fast, but maybe he could have done a little bit better to position it. But yeah.
I mean, look, he was probably centimeters away from nutmegging the keeper, and that would have been a brilliant goal. Pulisic again on the right. Is that Pulisic or is that Mason Mount?
It's Mount.
I find them two so similar sort of body shape. Oh my god, what's Kepa doing?
No, I didn't get to that point yet.
Oh.
I thought that he was going to take the ball with his hands and then it would have been a penalty.
Imagine he did, man. Oh my
days. I wouldn't be surprised.
But yeah, as you said with Pulisic, it's great that he's at least getting himself into that positions where he can get himself, into that goal opportunity.
Christensen was playing?
Yeah, Christensen and Zuma, they're the centre back combination. Who do you think was playing in the centre back?
I don't know.
It only took you till second half to realize.
No, I realized because a ball went past Christensen. And I was thinking, how could he let that get past him? And I was like, who is that? What is happening? And I was like, oh, it's Christensen. It makes a little more sense.
That's funny.
I'm terrible.
Got an interesting comment here. I want to touch base on that as well. Shri, thank you heaps for putting in some really, really nice comments here. Thoughts on Tomori loan? Liz, you want to start off?
Yeah, I think that Tomori was kind of unlucky with the fact that Rudiger was supposed to be sold or loaned out this summer, and then that kind of fell apart, and then he was supposed to go on loan, but then then we thought that Rudiger was going, so he was going to stay, and then it ended that they all stayed. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird.
Close.
But with Tomori, I think that he's probably the most, the asset that we're most able to sell right now, because Rudiger and Christensen aren't as sellable. And so the club is probably just trying to look at, well, he's not getting that much game time. He needs game time. Let's put him on a loan. I'm a little upset about the option to buy. Somebody wrote an article or tweeted, I don't remember who it was, that Milan might actually not even have the money to buy him. So we could potentially see him come back at the end of the season. But from Tomori's point of view, I totally get why he did it. I'm happy for him because he deserves to get game time. It's just unfortunate, but we have so many good youngsters that we're bound to see some of them leave and go on to different clubs because we just can't fit all of them into the team.
100%, I agree with you. I think with Tomori's case, I know you're sort of thinking that obviously that loan, that buy option, hopefully AC Milan doesn't use it. I think Chelsea probably wants to sell this player. I feel like they want to, as you said, not everyone's going to make it. Why not make some money out of it? You know, they can put that money to perhaps Declan Rice if Frank Lampard's still around. And I just feel genuinely, going back to Shri, is that something must have happened in the background for him not to play at all. I feel like he should have been at least the third CB for us off the back of Zuma and Thiago Silva. So yes, definitely something went wrong. And, this isn't the first time he's been rumoured to go on loan. He's been rumoured to go on loan in the start of this season for West Ham. He didn't end up going. And then obviously now AC Milan comes along and he goes, and there's a buy option. So it kind of makes me think that, why put the buy option if you're not really interested to sell? Do you know what I mean? So I think Chelsea's looking to sell here. They're hoping that Tomori does well and AC Milan buys him. Honestly, I hope Tomori goes on and does really well over there, honestly. I just hope that he becomes a superstar so that we can go turn around and buy him for 80 million because that's how we operate. By the way, that was a really good, nice cross not that long ago from Ziyech to Tammy Abraham. I really like those kind of play from Ziyech. But yeah, this game still 2-1.
It's very open right now, honestly.
Yeah.
Much more open now. Like, come on, Pulisic.
Ziyech really attacking the wide areas. Sets up Mason. Oh, nice shot from Mason. Ziyech is coming into the game here, Liz. Really attacking that wing.
It definitely is. Oh, I wish Man scored then. Imagine him scoring when he wears the armband for the first time.
Imagine Mason scores on his captaincy days, but I would love to see Ziyech score as well. Honestly, that would just make my day. That would make my weekend. Man, unlucky. D1. Oh, Elizabeth, your biggest admirer is back. D1. I think D1, it's safe to say that you've got a bit of a crush on Elizabeth, which is okay.
I'm married.
Oh yeah, D1. Elizabeth is married. So and her husband looks exactly like Spilicueta, so really behave.
It's so funny. When I met him for the first time, I was like, do you know the football player Spilicueta? And he's like, oh yeah, I've heard of him. He doesn't follow football that much. I was like, oh my God, you look exactly like him. It's insane. And he's like, oh,
did you actually say that to your husband? Did you say that?
Oh yeah, I did. And he's like, oh, I don't look like him. He doesn't think he looks like him. But I was like, I swear, you guys could be long lost brothers.
He is carbon copy of Spilicueta. Honestly, close. Pulisic again, deflected. We're getting close, guys, to that third goal. I'm pretty sure we should get that third goal.
He's gonna get it. I have faith. I have faith in him.
I feel like the only way Luton is gonna get a goal is if we create another mess, if we stuff up.
I don't want to get my hopes up.
Yeah, absolutely. Mason Mount with a corner here, guys. Hopefully whips it in, and Zuma, no one there. Timo Werner gets the ball just outside the box. Come on, Timo, find someone. Poor touch again from Timo, but he somehow finds it. Mount puts a nice cross in. Oh, that's still kept in by Tammy.
Oh, come on.
Pulisic, come on, Pulisic. Big time shot coming from Ziyech, but blocked. Oh man, this goal. We've got a Man United fan here. Mount captain, laugh my ass off. Sack him now. Chelsea got good squad. Honestly, Luna King, what are you doing in this stream? You guys got a bigger game coming up against Liverpool, not that long away. So please,
what time is the game at? I want to make sure to watch it.
I think that's 5 p.m. UK time.
Oh, cool. Let's check.
Alfred, I really need to address this, man, because I feel like you're going a bit overboard here. Your channel favors Mount. It doesn't. The channel does not favor anyone. But what you're trying to do here, Alfred, is you're bringing in hate unnecessarily. Mason, I'm going to be honest with you. Mason may not be the most technical player out there. Are there better players than Mason Mount? 100% there are. There are much better players than Mason Mount out there. But for Chelsea right now, he's one of the better players. You need to just accept that.
The man has just turned 22, Alfred. He's only 22. Please take a pill. I'm sorry.
He's shown a great character in the last 2 months throughout our bad form. He's the only player that actually gives a crap about what's going on so far in this club. And as Liz said, he's 22. The guy's still developing. And look at the effort in this game already. So this isn't a channel about Mason Mount. This is just someone who's being honest about Mason Mount. And I think you're just going around, trolling in these comments unnecessarily, to be honest.
Yes, you are so level.
Oh no. Oh, big save from Kepa. Oh my days.
No way.
Oh my God.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Luckily, he saved that. See, this is the thing when the score is so close.
Do you know if you're tied at 90 minutes, does it go to extra time?
Yeah, I think it does. That wasn't very good from Reece James. I've been a bit. I don't know. Reece James'
positioning has been so off. I'm sorry.
Yeah. His, that goal for Maddison as well against Leicester. How poor was that, Liz?
Yeah, really poor. He's very good attacking, but I've been seeing it for a couple of weeks that just defensively he has a lot to learn. Like he's caught out of position a lot.
Yeah. A nice comment here for Kepa. Good save, Kepa. 100%. That was good save, actually. This is the thing. This is what I was saying to you, Liz, that the only way I see ourselves conceding here is if we stuff up and then they capitalize. And these are championship teams. Like, they're not bad. Like, they will capitalize if you make a mistake. Comment here from a C. How is Reina trolling? I agree with him on Mount. Man, what is... I just don't get it. Like, I mean, constructively say something about Mason Mount, but like just plain out saying that kind of stuff about Mason Mount is just unnecessary. It's unnecessary. I
just always bring it back to what Lampard said. He said, I was nowhere near the player that Mason Mount is at 22. I think he came to Chelsea at 23. He scored like 5 goals in his first season. Took a season or 2 to get started, and then he really took off, So how can you be like so judgmental about a player that's just giving 110% and consistently is the one who's like always fighting, even if we're losing 2-0 or 3-0. He's just like the one who's pushing the team. Like, no, let's go. And that's super, super impressive, especially from somebody so young.
100%. And who do you play now instead of him? What, Kovacic, Jorginho? They've been so poor so far this season. You can't back them. Kante is injured. Do you put Kai Havertz? Kai Havertz can't play that deep. Like, you wouldn't want to play Kai Havertz that deep. If anything, I would play Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, but Tammy's been pretty good this game. Like, that was my predicted lineup that I would probably play with Timo Werner and Kai Havertz up front. We could possibly see that down the track anyway. So, but right now, Mason Mount in midfield is very, very needed. Like, our midfield sucks. Our midfield literally sucks. And he's probably the only one that's providing something. Do you know what I mean?
And like going forward as well, like in the past couple of games in the Premier League, he's been the only one that's been willing to try to like take a shot or create anything. Really, like nobody has been doing that. So I don't know. Just gotta credit the guy, honestly.
Oh my God, Liz, that was so close again.
I'm just saying that.
Oh. Kepa just made another good save, actually.
It's going to happen. I don't have a good feeling about this, Miss. What the heck?
You know what? Honestly, I'm not feeling too good anymore. Oh, that was probably offside. But this is the thing, Liz. Like, because the game is so close, Luton will always feel like they're in it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, of course. How could they not? Of course. And they've had more shots than more clear-cut chances than we've had so far this half.
Yeah, you've said it. You've said it.
Oh, man.
And we haven't been able to put our chances away.
Yeah, just not clinical enough.
And now it seems like Luton, after sort of going through that barrage of attack from us, they're sort of slowly finding their way back into this half. 65 minutes in, guys, 2-1 Chelsea. How's everyone feeling?
Are you at 65 minutes right now?
64-29.
Okay. I was like, oh my God, my stream got really laggy.
There hasn't been any substitutions yet, has there?
Subs, which is something that I've also questioned Frank on recently, that he's just been waiting so long to make substitutes if something's not working. I think, like, I don't think anybody's, like, really playing that poorly, but it's just, like, not working right now. Like, Luton are really looking like scoring. So...
Here we go. Nice build up. Tammy into the box. Come on. Oh. All of a sudden, our attack doesn't look as potent up top as well. It's like, I mean, it sort of feels like they just see what happens. Like, there's no sort of a plan on the attack, how they want to sort of go about it up front. Like, who's going to make what run, who's going to run the place. It just feels like they're sort of making it up as they go when they go forward now.
No, it's so true, honestly. Oh, come on.
Like, honestly, like, you'll see, Liz, some of the best teams when they attack, like, say, for example, Man City or even Liverpool. Not Liverpool in recently, but, previously. You'll see when they attack with a lot of, like, there's a plan, there's a structure, like how someone's running and the pass and the movement. There's always a structure. And this is where sometimes we lack.
No, I totally agree. Like, I don't know. I just feel like we don't have anybody really playing in midfield. Like, where did the midfield go?
Yeah. It's too easy.
I like the
Luton,
little
there we go. Again, Reece James loses a header. Here we go. Frank Lampard's going to make some changes.
It's coming on this week.
Got a message here from Craig. Time for Lampard to bring on Giroud. Yeah, man. Time to change things up a little bit. Yeah, this is probably getting too close. I would say if this continues on till like the 80th minute, Luton will really fancy an equaliser. They really will.
Oh yeah.
Still feel they have a chance here. One slip from Chelsea, as we saw in the first half, can back into this game.
Who do you probably want to see, Liz, come on from the bench? Callum Hudson-Odoi, Kai Havertz.
Yeah, I think Callum, definitely. I want to see get some minutes. Kai Havertz, I don't think that he's been that influential recently, but the game is a little close. So I would honestly be a little bit nervous to bring him on, but I think like it could make sense to bring him on and see like if he can impact the game. And whereas more saw that he was able to get to play more centrally, and it seems that he would have that space in this game as well. So I think that it would be something interesting to see. And then maybe Giroud get like our attackers really just get some fresh legs in there.
Yeah, 100%. Here we go. I can see Callum Hudson-Odoi getting ready here. Wonder who's going to come off, whether it's Ziyech or Pulisic.
My guess is Ziyech, but I don't know yet. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, it might just be Ziyech. I think these guys are still like, especially Ziyech. You know, he was out for so long, probably still finding his way back in.
Yeah, no, totally agree. Come on. That is just playing very centrally now, you know, and you kind of have Pulisic and Werner both playing on the left. This doesn't make much sense.
That's a penalty. That's a pen. That's a pen. That's got to be a pen. No, come on. He was pulled back.
Just pulled back. Referee says no, goal kick.
And I guess it doesn't go to. I guess there's no VAR in this game.
Yeah. Oh, what? Surely he was pulled back here. Yeah. He was pulled back.
So
78 minutes, 69:58, almost 70 minutes gone. Callum Hudson-Odoi on, guys. Let's see who came off. Christian Pulisic. Pulisic has come off for Callum Hudson-Odoi. Really feel sad for Pulisic. I think he had at least a couple of good chances in this match to put a goal away. I just hope that he's not injured. Looks like he was grimacing.
I hope not, man. Can't keep the injuries away. Just gets fit and then gets injured.
By the way, you doing a review on your channel off the back of this game?
I'm not sure. I haven't decided. Yet.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I've been doing like a lot of streams recently, and honestly, I'm just very tired. So I might just take some time for myself after the game to just like relax.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you. Absolutely hear you, man. It does get tiring at times.
Yeah, it's, you know, like we both work full time as well, so it's just been so hectic.
Have you been working from home though, or you guys been going to office?
Thankfully, I've been working from home since last March.
Same.
So thankfully, I don't have to commute into office because my commute is like an hour and 15. It's just like way too long.
Yeah.
So I save a lot of time like that. I'm already home, and you know. But yeah, it's tiring. So I think I'm just gonna take the day to chill after this and.
Absolutely, makes sense. Makes sense, especially when you're streaming for like a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Good build up there. Some really good pressure from Luton, but great build up from the back. We didn't panic, but didn't materialize to anything. And I don't know, man. Like I feel like, come on, go! Oh, Tammy Abraham. That was another big chance. Honestly, we should be at least 6-1 up in this game. How are we still 2-1? Like, it should have been 6-1, 7-1 already.
I did not see that coming. Really good way to get to make an impact.
Yeah. If this ends up being a draw and it goes to extra time, it'll be such a bad way for Frank. Like I feel like Frank Lampard will probably end up losing his job, but I don't think. Yeah, if we lose this, Liz, I think he'll be gone.
Yeah,
but I don't feel like
he looks like he's
he looks like he's defeated as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's sad to see.
But you know what? I feel like he doesn't probably deserve to get knocked out off the back of this match where we really should be winning 6-1, 7-1.
I just don't understand how we're not winning by more, really.
Yeah. Good move here from Chelsea. Oh, great. Come on, finish this. Yeah, that's it, 3-1. Brilliant. Tammy gets his hat-trick. Oh, was it Hudson-Odoi that got the goal? Yeah. Who scored there? Tammy Abraham scored, yeah.
Tammy
got the hat-trick here, guys. Finally, we got that third goal. And hopefully Frank can sort of breathe a little bit. That was great movement from Mason from midfield and then to Callum Hudson-Odoi. First time, was that Mason that first time pass or was that Billy Gilmore? No, it was Mason. Yeah. Was that Billy Gilmore? It was Billy Gilmore, I think.
Yeah, it was Billy.
It was Billy. Billy to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Callum Hudson-Odoi to Billy. Billy puts him through. Callum then squares it. Brilliant. That's beautiful goal. Beautiful. Nice movement. That's exactly how we should be opening up teams and just putting those goals away. I know, once again, caveat, championship team, I get that, but still need to put them away. Great move from Billy Gilmore, guys. Honestly, fantastic movement from Billy Gilmore.
The three academy boys.
Yeah, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Billy Gilmore, and Tammy Abraham.
And I'm happy that Tammy got his hat trick as well.
Absolutely. I mean, he's been obviously the standout player throughout this match. I feel like he's worked hard. He probably could have had 4 or 5 had his headers sort of gone in.
But I'm really impressed with the impact that Callum has had off the bench. He's really injected like some more pace and
Spot on. Massive impact from Callum Hudson-Odoi off the bench. Guys, let us know your thoughts about Callum Hudson-Odoi. Do you feel the same as well, like his impact so far off the bench? Because it feels like his pace on the left and how he's sort of been able to drive and take players on and then squaring the ball. I feel like Pulisic probably didn't do that enough. And this is not having a go at Pulisic, but I'm just saying that Callum's just provided something different in this match so far, which is great to see. Craig Harwood, Tammy hat-trick, should be more than 3 goals. Tammy should have like 5. Yeah, of course. There was some other opportunities as well. At least he's got his hat-trick, which is great. How are you feeling now in terms of your feelings, Liz? Feel a bit more comfortable?
Yeah, I think that it should be in the bag at this point. Giroud and Havertz are coming on. The 3 subs that we said. I think like with that third goal rather, it gives us a bit of a cushion. So I don't see us going on to lose this game.
And honestly, we probably should have had about 6 or 7. If I'm being very, very honest about this game.
No, we definitely should score more. Well, there's still 15 minutes. Let's see if we can get another one. Let's see.
Kai Havertz on the ball. It'll be good to see what Kai Havertz does here.
Yep, totally agree.
Oh man, Callum's really on the game. First time touches as well. Yeah, it's that midfield. If anything, it's just our midfield is just always so empty.
Yeah.
Once Mason sort of bombs up, it's really all up to Billy Gilmore to look after it because it's just we just don't have enough time for players to drop deep. Akshay, unpopular stat, but Cho has more impact as a sub than being a starter. This is probably not unpopular. This is probably popular because every time he's come off the bench, he's looked brilliant. A couple of times he's probably started, probably hasn't looked that great. But look, that doesn't mean I still think that he's probably one of our informed wingers that should probably start. Your thoughts, Liz? I feel like Cho should start.
I agree. I think that he wasn't good versus Leicester, but nobody was. So I'm trying to treat that game as kind of like a one-off. Because besides that, all of the appearances that he's made, I think they all have been on the bench since like the Arsenal game. But I did think that he looked like the brightest player, even though we hadn't been playing well. So yeah, I think that he does deserve to start and try to get like a run of games. But I don't know why I feel like Lampard trusts Pulisic more at this point. And switch. I just want Pulisic. I'm a massive Pulisic fan. I will admit that I'm a little biased towards him, so I really want him to do well. I don't mind that he's starting.
I mean, look, at this point, a lot of people are going to sort of think, oh, you know, you're putting this player in front of them, you're putting that player in front of them, you think this player's... But no, it's not that. All of us, like Liz will say, we love all the players. They're all good players, but someone's got to miss out. And right now, I think it'll just be harsh for Callum Hudson-Odoi to miss out. Like, he's just been in such great form that he deserves to start. And for me, he'd probably start just in front of Pulisic. Even in this game, Pulisic has had some chances that really should have put him away. But look, that doesn't mean that he's a bad player. I just hope that he comes back and challenges again and finds himself back into the team. But right now, Callum Hudson-Odoi deserves to keep starting. And we shouldn't just look at that Leicester game. That Leicester game, we got schooled. It wasn't just Callum Hudson-Odoi. The whole team got schooled.
Definitely.
What's the plan after, Liz? You gonna have dinner?
I haven't had lunch yet, and it's almost 3 p.m.
Oh yeah, it's lunch.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna have some lunch, and yeah, I've been doing a lot of work and content stuff. So I had a very busy day yesterday. I was just like go. So I'm feeling a little bit burnt out, honestly. So I'm just going to take the rest of the evening to chill and like read, watch TV. I have a show in Spanish that I'm like obsessed with right now. It's like it's a novella. I'm obsessed with it, so I'll probably watch that and just chill. I guess you'll be bed, right?
Oh man, honestly, it's 12:49 a.m. I want to do a review because I've got Jonathan coming straight after, so we'll start a new stream where we'll do a review, probably for about half an hour. Tom might come along as well for that review. And yeah, after that, I'm going to go to bed. Got work tomorrow.
That's nuts, Miz. What time do you have to wake up for work?
I'm working from home, so I might sleep in a little bit and then wake up. I mean, generally, I should start about 8:30 to 5. But yeah, I might start maybe 9:30, maybe 10.
That's so late.
Yeah. I'm going to be absolutely buggered if I don't get enough sleep for tomorrow. So rather get that sleep.
Kovacic is coming on. It's interesting.
Yeah, Kovacic is coming on. Hey, thoughts on Kovacic, man? I haven't really been impressed with Kovacic the last few games. Honestly, I feel like, like all his dribbles and stuff that he does in midfield doesn't materialize to anything. And I've been really, really annoyed by that. How have you been sort of feeling about Kovacic?
Yeah, I don't really know what happened because he was our player of the season last season. I thought that he played like very, very well. But then this season, I don't really see any of what we saw last season, like dribbling out of danger or like connecting the defense to the attack. I just don't really see anything. I thought that he's looked really poor recently, honestly. Oh, come on.
That was close.
That's a close one. Mason was in there as well.
And that's it for Mason Mount.
Yeah.
I feel like that Frank is selling him off.
Pace of
West to take off the armband.
nothing there, and then a good tackle comes in.
I wonder who gets the armband now if Mason is.
Mason Mount.
Well, I mean, club captain is still your husband, Aspilicueta. And then after that, it'll be Thiago Silva. But I think. So you're saying now, like, who's going to be the captain now if Mason comes out?
Come on.
I think it might be Kovacic. It actually might be Kovacic.
Interesting. Oh, he must be so happy.
I think it was a pretty good performance from Mason Mount. First time being captain. It's probably been, very, very he's been very lively in midfield alongside Billy Gilmore. Smiles all around, getting the high fives from his team. And look at Kovacic. Captain Kovacic is on.
I'm so happy for me. So sweet.
Guys, thoughts on Kovacic being the captain? I think that's probably fair, to be honest. Kovacic, for me, as much as, what a ball from Kovacic. That's a pen. That is a pen. Yeah, that time it's a pen. Timo Werner gets himself a pen. But yeah, guys, going back to the whole Kovacic situation, man, Timo Werner is absolutely burnt. He is burnt out. And they're giving the ball to Timo. Hopefully he scores this penalty. What a ball. What a ball from Kovacic. Wow. But yeah, going back to the whole Kovacic situation, guys. Look, I haven't been really happy with his performance. But one thing I must say, though, he does show every now and then that leadership characteristic, as you guys can remember against Tottenham, how he's shaped up against Dele Alli. He's got that sort of grit about him. So I'm not surprised that he's the captain. Liz, how are you feeling about this penalty?
Good. I'm just going to take the sound off since you're like a few seconds behind me, and I don't want to know if it's yours or not. All right, I'll be back in 10 seconds.
This to go into double figures.
Come on, Timo. Get this. Oh.
5 minutes to play. Werner sees his penalty saved by Sluga.
Oh, my God.
Are you kidding me?
This guy just can't get a break,
He can't
man.
get a break. He can't get a break. Oh, my. That's the last
goal. He deserved the goal, man.
That's the last thing that he needed.
That's unfair, man. That's not, like, that's injustice, man. Like, he's worked his backside off this game. And you know that's going to hurt him. You know that's going to hurt him.
I can't believe this.
What Giroud was saying to him afterwards. Told you, let me take it.
Oh, my God. I want to see a replay, like if it just wasn't taken well or...
Yeah, I mean, the power is there. It's just, I think it was just too close to the keeper. He just looks so dejected already. Like, he's not running around. Oh, man. Frank must feel so sad for him.
I feel so sad for him. I can't believe that he missed that. He could have used, like, he really could have used that goal, honestly.
You know what, Liz? He's like, you know how when they say that when you work hard, it pays off? Like, for me, it feels like for him, it's not paying off. Like, he's working so hard.
It will pay off, though. It will.
I hope. I just...
You're going to have to clip that reaction. That reaction up.
Oh, man.
Oh.
He deserved a goal in this match. He really did. He really deserved a goal.
Yeah, he did. That's the last thing he needs for his confidence, honestly, is to miss a penalty.
Yeah.
They're not showing the replay, though. I want to see the replay of the penalty.
Yeah, they haven't shown the replay yet. Got comments here. Advaid, thanks for joining, my man. Advait's, he does all the editing when we do other recordings. Yeah, that sucks. Unlucky for Timo, man. Honestly, that does absolutely suck. Timo demands a lot from himself, so he gets dejected easily. Comment from Akshay. Look, fair play to Timo. Look, he's still running. He's still chasing. He's still pressurizing. I mean, obviously, a player will get dejected after a while when so many of these chances are not going in. Sometimes I feel like he's unlucky. Sometimes, obviously, he misses. You know,
I will say, I just checked Twitter quickly, and the large majority of people are actually feeling how we felt, just like so sorry for him. He deserved a goal. He played this game. It's nice to see that at least people are being supportive.
Here we go, the replay.
Let me see if I'm getting one as well. Yeah.
I mean, it was well hit, but it was just too close to the keeper. The keeper just went the right way as well. I mean, if he had a bit more height, look at him. He's about to just rip open his jersey. Yeah.
But that really, I really wonder, who should be our penalty taker, because Jorginho has missed 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
He's been found out. Werner doesn't look
confident at the moment. Yeah.
So really, who takes them?
I think a lot of people have been saying Tammy Abraham is someone who can take it. I know he missed in the Super Cup. Oh, what? Oh, Kalamantanador, very close. Mason Mount, perhaps? Liz?
Yeah, Mount could potentially take as well.
But you know what? Honestly, I wouldn't take it away from Werner yet, because this was his first miss from a penalty. So generally, he really smashes them in. For some reason, he's gone for more of a, placement. I just wish that he actually just smashed it in. It probably would have been better.
Yeah, I think that just goes back to how much confidence he's.
Shout out to Whole Lot of Mid. Liz, this is one of my Man United fans that I do collabs with. Liz, Chelsea are back. Look, I don't know about that, Liz, man, but yeah, you guys got a big game coming up against Liverpool, so let's see what happens there.
Yeah, it will be a good game.
Yeah, Eli sort of mentioned here that I reckon Mount for pens. Yeah, look, I mean, if we have to give it to someone after Werner, it probably might be Mount. Tammy, as I said, is another good shout. I wouldn't take it away from Werner just yet. I think, just it'll kill his confidence.
Yeah. It's already so low. Poor thing.
Liz, obviously the game's going to come to an end. What's your sort of overall feeling about moving into the Wolves game off the back of this performance? I mean, are you confident against Wolves?
Not really. I'm nervous. I think Wolves are a really great side, and I think we played okay today, but we did win. I don't want to be too negative about it, but I just didn't feel that it was as convincing as I was hoping. The scoreline, 2 goals, okay, but I just felt that Luton could have totally gotten back into this game. The midfield again, I think, was an issue, and I don't really see that getting sorted. So I'm very nervous to see that against Wolves. So I hope that the team can pull it together, but I'm nervous, not gonna lie.
I have to agree with you. I honestly do. Guys, as the game is coming to an end very, very soon, once again, I just want to remind each and every one of you guys, please have a look at all of Elizabeth's information in the description. Help her get to 1,000 subscribers. Follow her on Twitter as well. So yeah, that's my biggest request to you guys. And while you're at it, guys, please smash that like button as much as you can. Share it. Share the stream with others as well. They'll get to see our reactions throughout the match. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification as well to stay in touch with all my content. But yeah, it's going to be 3-1, Liz. It's going to be very, very soon full time. Any final thoughts as we finish up?
I just want to say thanks so much for having me. Really appreciate it as always. And, despite my technical difficulties at the beginning, thank you so much for putting up with me. And it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the game and our chat.
100%. It just felt like a phone conversation, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. Full time. Chelsea win. We go on in the FA Cup, guys, into the next round. We have Barnsley. So we actually have a chance to go into the quarterfinals, not playing anyone big, and really get deep into this competition. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we have Barnsley next up, or Norwich, someone like that.
Norwich. So
yeah. They haven't played yet, have they?
Oh, they didn't play? Why did I think I saw somebody say that they played yesterday?
Oh, maybe it's Barnsley. Yeah, I think we saw London, LDN, that account tweet out something. I think it might be Barnsley. But anyway, guys, overall, look, as Liz said, I'm not super confident moving into the Wolves game off the back of this. Midfield is still a bit of an issue. I'm not totally convinced with Mason Mount and Billy Gilmore being the pivot. Up front, I think in patches we looked good. I think Timo Werner does play better with Tammy Abraham up front. Pulisic probably didn't have the best game. He did get into some really good positions to score, but didn't finish. Ziyech came around in the second half, probably a lot more. Callum Hudson-Odoi once again was really, really good in the second half. Defensively, look, Kepa with that mistake. Besides that, I don't think we had any other big sort of situation. Probably Reece James positioning-wise. But yeah, championship team nonetheless. So that's probably going to be my wrap-up, guys. I'm still worried about Wolves. Liz has already mentioned her sort of situation, so we don't want to keep her up. It has been a very, very long stream as well, guys. So hope you guys all enjoyed this stream. I will be back for the Wolves game, hopefully with another guest. Guys, let us know your thoughts in the comment section later below about the whole match. Do tune in for the review. I'm going to have Jonathan come in. We'll start a new review and we'll talk about the match. So, guys, until next time, Liz, thank you so much for coming as well.
Thanks, Miz.
Take care. See ya.